Okay, y'all, I've got a timeline for you. I have front and back on my notes here. I've been working on it for about a month, so bear with me. This is the Brown family timeline, 1988 through present. So, we're starting all the way back in December of 88 when Janelle married Mary's brother Adam in the LDS temple. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if you are getting married in the LDS temple, you had to leave the AUB. So, kind of seems like Adam may be converted for Janelle. Then, October of 89, Cody and Mary meet. They get engaged in December of 89. Around this time, Cody meets all of Mary's family, and that's when Janelle supposedly has her little revelation that she feels like she knew Cody in the past, meeting someone that you used to know, all that good stuff. Then in April of 1990, Cody and Mary get legally married. Janelle attends that wedding with Adam. Then later in 1990 is when Janelle and Adam officially divorce. Now around 91, 92, the timeline is a little murky, is when Cody starts courting an underage girl. They talk about this in their book, Becoming Sister Wives, and according to Christine's chapter, they were just waiting until she turned 18 in order to announce their engagement, but the girl called it off before then. So, January of 93, Cody marries Janelle spiritually, like 4 days after Mary's birthday, because that was a whole thing. And then in March of 94 is when Cody marries Christine spiritually. Side note, June of 99 is when Robin marries Preston Jessup. Then around 2002, when Gabe is still a baby, Janelle has had enough. She moves out, she leaves the family, she leaves Cody, and she's gone for like a couple of years. It's not until around early 2004, I think, that they get back together. Savannah is then born December of 2004, so do with that timeline what you will. Then in February of 07 is when Janelle buys the Lehigh house. The whole family moves under one roof again. 2007 is when Preston filed for divorce from Robin, not the other way around. 2009, Robin's divorce is finalized. This is after she has to assume responsibility for all of her credit card debt. And that same year, she meets Cody. Can't tell me that's a coincidence. March of 2010 is when Robin moves into her own house down the street from the Browns in Lehigh. Then in May is when Robin spiritually marries Cody and they embark on their infamous 11-day honeymoon when Truly is still a newborn. September of 21 is when the Sister Wives show debuts. January of 2011 is when they have to flee from the law and they move to Vegas, where conveniently Robin's family also lives. December of 2012, the Browns all move into their Vegas cul-de-sac. This is after Janelle allegedly liquidates her 401k to pay off Robin's debts, because if you watch the show, she was not going to qualify for that house with all that debt and her 3 last names on her credit report. October of 2013 is when the family does their commitment ceremony. September of 2014 is when Mary legally divorces Cody so that he can adopt Robin's kids. December of 2014, Cody and Robin legally married. March of 2015 is when Mary meets the Samuel Jacob Cooper persona, embarks on an online relationship with him, and in September of 2015 is when it is found out that he is a catfisher named Jackie Overton. 2016, the Browns finally sell the Lehigh house. Yes, they had this the whole time. Spring of 18 is when Dayton is accepted into NAU and Cody starts pushing hardcore for the family to all move to Flagstaff for reasons. June of 2018, the Coyote Pass property is bought for $820,000. 2 of those lots are paid for outright, presumably from the Lehigh money. And the other two are owner financed, using the 2 paid off lots as collateral for the other two. 2019, the Vegas houses finally sell. April of 2019 is when Robin's Flagstaff house is going to be put on the market. So she puts ridiculous stipulations on Cody, like she needs a 6-bedroom rental because, you know, her precious tenders can't possibly share a room. And basically that forces them into having to buy a house. So where Cody was previously on Christine's deed when they bought that house together, now he has to have her take him off so that he can buy a house with Robin. They close on their McMansion in September of 2019 for $890,000, and they put down a $225,000 down payment that is comprised from the profits of Mary and Janelle's Vegas houses. March of 2020, the pandemic starts. September of 2020 is when Isabel has her scoliosis surgery. August of 21 is when Christine lists her Flagstaff house for sale. In October of 21, that house sells for $700,000, and she and Truly moved to Utah. And in November of 21 is when Christine and Cody officially announced their separation. Dabsark is formed in May of 2022. That is the LLC that is just for Cody and Robin, whereas previously it was all under the Cody Brown Family Entertainment LLC. December of 22 is when Cody and Janelle have their big blowout fight, and she kicks him out for good. January of 23, Cody and Mary officially announced their split. October of 23 is when Christine marries David. The very next day, Cody files to dissolve the Cody Brown LLC. Then January of 24 is when Janelle moves to North Carolina to live with Maddie. March of 24, of course, we know is when Garrison passes. April of 24 is when Mary moves to Parowan. June of 24, Janelle is officially named the executor of Garrison's estate, and that summer is when they all travel to Wyoming to hold his memorial. Then in August of 2024, the Cody and Robins put the McMansion up for sale. September of 2024 is when Christine decides to finally sue Cody for custody and child support. Then October, November is when the original McMansion sells for $1.7 million, and they buy the brand new shiny deck castle for $2.1 million. In December of 24 is when Garrison's house finally sells. Miraculously, the very next month, Cody and Janelle consider their debt squared from the McMansion's down payment. That same month, Mary, Cody, and Janelle all signed the paperwork to redistribute the Coyote Pass land. However, Robin tries to shoehorn an NDA in there before she will sign that is also a hold harmless, so that Mary cannot go after any of the money that she gave them for their original Flagstaff house. Finally, in March, Robin does sign on the dotted line. Everything goes through. The property is distributed. Coyote Pass sells. And then in June of 25 is when Cody goes on Special Forces and promptly gets his ass handed to him by all of the DS for not taking any accountability in the demise of his family. He then comes home from Special Forces and embarks on his apology tour with the OG3. I don't know about you. I feel like that was all just a big old PR stunt, but hey, who knows? So tell me what you guys think. Is there anything I'm missing? Anything you want me to add? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.